Greetings to all participants of the conference. Let me introduce myself. My name is Danara Raikhanova. I'm from Kazakhstan, working as a senior lecturer at SDU University. And this research was funded by the government of Kazakhstan.
The title of my today's presentation is Pedagogical and Language Assistance for EMI in Social Sciences, Enhancing Collaboration, Engagement, and Effectiveness. So the study examined the collaboration between content lecturers and English instructors in EMI classes and the impact on student engagement. A team of 2 content lecturers and English instructor used a design-based research approach to develop and implement pedagogical changes. The study surveyed 77 students from law faculty and business school at SDU University in Kazakhstan to assess the effectiveness of the collaborative method in improving English skills and increasing student involvement. A mixed method analysis was used, combining quantitative Likert scale responses and qualitative thematic analysis. The objectives of the presentations are, firstly, to briefly showcase about EMI in higher education and its challenges. Secondly, to introduce the theoretical framework the study used, which is design-based research. After, to demonstrate the collaborative EMI activities created after negotiating of content and language teachers at SDU University in Kazakhstan. Then, to introduce and demonstrate platforms that use it for developing EMI activities. And finally, present to showcase the results and discussions of the study. EMI programs have increased in higher education worldwide. These programs aim to internationalize education, increase university visibility, and improve English language competency. However, EMI has also become synonyms with English domination in universities. While the usefulness of EMI for language learning is debated, it's argued that EMI helps students gain both English and subject knowledge simultaneously. At the same time, the expanding of EMI in ESL, EFL higher education environments has created linguistic and pedagogical obstacles for both students and content teachers, according to such researchers as Arian Linder, Al-Bakri, Chang, and etc. According to the research, there is a need to look at pedagogical and language assistance for EMI, including collaboration between language and subject instructors. So this partnership is critical for meeting students' discipline-specific language requirements. Successful cooperation may match the design and delivery of EP programs with students' needs, resulting in student success in EMI programs, according to some researchers. It's believed that collaboration between ELT practitioners and subject teachers is critical for successful EMI program implementation. However, there is a confusion over who should give language and academic assistance to students in EMI programs, which makes addressing language-related requirements difficult. Students expect topic professors to help them with language challenges, even their expertise is in their particular field rather than language teaching. By using ELT practitioners' linguistic and pedagogical skills and providing insights into discipline-specific materials, EMI programs can overcome this gap. Thus, the researchers of this topic really wanted to answer the following questions, like what are the students' perception regarding the effectiveness of collaboration between content lecturers and EFL teachers in EMI classrooms, and how do they differ across the fields of this study. So that's why content teachers and language lecturers co-designed the lessons. So activities included low and high order activities such as matching, true and false, multiple choice, analyzing the data, case studies, group work, and class discussions to assist students acquire both like content and language skills. So the collaborative approach between content and language lecturers ensured effective EMI support for students. The study uses a design-based research, which is DBR framework, to pilot the research approach. This technique, also known as development research, focuses on addressing complex real-world challenges and education by prioritizing both theory formation and practical contribution. So first stage is problem identification. Researchers investigate the collaboration gap between content lecturers and ELT practitioners in EMI programs. They conduct a comprehensive analysis to identify specific challenges and issues. The second stage is intervention design. Researchers design and develop interventions to address the collaboration gap. ELT practitioners work closely with subject lecturers to co-create interventions. So the third stage is intervention implementation. So researchers implement the developed interventions in real-world EMI classrooms and collect data and feedback from students, language instructors, and subject teachers. So the fourth stage is design principles and dissemination. Researchers create design concept based on interactive cycles of testing and refining. They document the research process, results, and design principles produced. Now I would like to share some examples of activities that we prepared for business school students. Actually, English language, that is me, prepared all the activities, and content teacher verified, checked, and if she wants to make some changes, so she gives me advice. And in collaboration, we created several activities for her topics. And these are some of them. So first one is low thinking activity. I'm going to start with the low thinking activities, vocabulary matching. So students match vocabulary terms to their definitions. The activity helps students solidify their understanding of key economic concepts, and the task can be done in pairs or groups to encourage discussion and learning. So these are the words like rent thinking, producer surplus, marginal cost, profit maximization, and etc. And on the left side, there are given some definitions, and students, whether in pairs or solo, can complete this task in order to understand what kind of vocabulary words they are going to learn in this exact lesson. Next, low order thinking activities like true, false. So students have to read the statements and identify whether the statements are true or false. Yeah. So, for example, monopoly firms can adopt either single price or price discrimination strategies, or monopolies charge their highest possibility price to maximize profit. So students need to think, they need to answer, and they need to discuss. So it's according to the teacher. Yes, it can be again done in groups, or it can be done in pairs, it can be done in solo. So it's up to teacher preferences. At the moment, I would like to move to higher order thinking activities, like, for example, analyzing scenarios. So, for example, first of all, students need to analyze economic scenarios by identifying the key factors, Then students use models like ISLM to examine the relationship between interest rates, outputs, and policy measures. Also, at the end, they need to draw their own conclusion based on their analysis. Yes, they can provide their recommendations for policymakers to achieve desired economic outcomes. So these are some examples of speaking scenarios. So let me for example, introduce you one of them. So for example, scenario number 1, present a persuasive speech advocating for the use of monopolies in the market. Explain how they can lead to profit maximization and how price discrimination can benefit both the company and consumers. So this is one of the sample of the scenario where a group of students need to answer, they need to discuss, and at the end they need to give their own feedback. And also I prepared some useful phrases that can enhance their persuasive speech. First of all, some phrases that they can use for introduction, for capturing attention, for presenting evidence, for making strong statements, for using rhetorical questions, for drawing a call to action, yes, reinforcing the main points, and of course closing with a memorable statement. So these phrases can be used in order to present their persuasive speech. They are describing their scenarios. The most challenging activity for me to create was to create a case study scenarios, but I liked them most, the same as students. Look, I divided the characters for 4, and each character has his own or her own problem, issue that they need to analyze, they need to find out what is the problem. And moreover, I give to my characters Kazakh names. For example, Saule, Jenes, we have here Murat, Elmira. So these are Kazakh names, and to drag the interest of my students, and let read the problem of one of the character. So this is Murat, and his problem is, this topic really hits me hard emotionally. Last year, my family had to tighten our belts due to unforeseen medical expenses. It was a tough time as we had to cut down on leisure activities and concentrate only on essentials. So I believe any changes in personal income directly impact how people prioritize their spending. So the task itself sounds like analyze the scenario provided by Murat and follow the procedure below. First of all, identify the key components of the scenario. So personal income changes, good market equilibrium, financial market equilibrium, and foreseen expenses, fiscal policy, monetary policy, and policy coordination. If you remember, at the very, very beginning with low thinking activities, we completed the matching exercises where you can meet all these new terms. Yeah. Furthermore, we completed true-false activities in order to understand how these new terms work in the process. Yes, and now this is the high order thinking activity where students need to analyze, where students need to apply all the knowledge they gained from the beginning. So second step is analyze Murat's emotional connection to the topic and his experience of adjusting priorities due to enforced medical expenses. Explain the goods market equilibrium. Yes. Describe the ICE relationship in the goods market, highlighting the impact of personal income changes. Fifth, explain the LM relationship in the financial market. Sixth, analyze the effects of fiscal policy on individuals' disposable income. Seventh is analyze the effects of monetary policy on borrowing costs and individual spending decisions. 8 is discuss the potential benefits of policy coordination between fiscal and monetary authorities. Yes, 9 is recognize the emotional impact on personal income changes. And the last one is draw conclusions based on the analysis and provide recommendations for policymakers based on the findings. So this is task which requires really good critical thinking of students. Of course, this task cannot be done individually. I think that this task is better done in like smaller groups. It depends on the teacher. If you want, you can give this as like home assignment, you can give it as a class assignment. Yes, it can be included in your syllabus in advance, or it can be given as an extra bonus task. So everything depends on your wish, on your preference. So I really like this task because students can draw different kind of mind maps. They can negotiate with each other. Some stronger students can support some weaker students. Yes, so and every student has to present something. So this is one of the requirements, that every student should be involved, and you can see how they are working, of course. Yeah. So I think that these type of activities are more interesting rather than just lecturing, rather than giving them the whole information yourself as a teacher. Give them chance to investigate, to research, to find out the answers. And now you might wonder, how much time does this English teacher spend on creating all these activities? To be honest, to create activity doesn't take so much time, like maximum 20-25 minutes. Can you believe it? The most of time is spent on searching the content, because I'm not like a business teacher, I'm not an economist, and to understand all these terms, understand all these frameworks takes me longer rather than creating the activities. And what helps me to create this activity is so fast is the TWE application. So what is TWE? TWE is an AI-powered online platform designed to help English teachers quickly and easily create lessons, worksheets, activities, and more. It uses advanced natural language processing to generate content tailored to your needs. For example, with TWE, you can create some reading text, some open questions, you can create some true-false statements, you can create fill-in-the-gaps exercises, matching exercises, collocation with target vocabulary, matching halves, and even the case studies and scenarios that you were presented before, yeah, like a little bit earlier, also were created with the help of this application. I just asked it to give some hints, and it creates me the scenarios. It even can create some dialects for speaking, advantages and disadvantages. So more and more and more. So I really suggest you to use the TWE application in your lessons. It doesn't matter whether you are content lecturer or like language teacher. And actually this program, this application is for language teachers, but also content teachers might use it as well. So these activities were presented for 77 students of SDU University, where 27 of them were males and 50 females. Participants were split between two fields of study, with 33.8% in law and social sciences and 66.2% in the business school. So regarding their English proficiency, it varies from A2 till C1 and higher. According to the survey results, to the question whether activities conducted in the classroom help to improve English language skills, 93.6% of participants agreed that activities improved their skills while learning the content knowledge. To the second open-ended question, in what specific ways it contributes, the thematic analysis was obtained. The majority of survey respondents focused on enhancing their speaking and presentation skills through a variety of activities. To the section about overall impression, we asked about the most and least effective activities, and discussion and analyzing the case study scenarios were rated as the most beneficial, most effective by 58.4% of participants, whereas 45.5% of participants found true-false activities to be the least effective. The study findings demonstrate that the classroom activities had a substantial positive impact on students' English language skills and engagement levels. The collaborative design of these activities proved beneficial in improving various aspects of language learning and content acquisition. The present study's findings align with the argument that EMI helps students gain both English language skills and subject knowledge simultaneously, a point frequently debated but supported by Rose et al. In 2019. Participants reported significant improvements in vocabulary, speaking, and presentation abilities, reading comprehension, and overall language confidence. Thematic analysis of student perspectives revealed that activities like group work, presentations, and interactive discussions, case studies facilitated language development by providing opportunities for practice and active participation.
Thank you very much for your attention. I hope it was really very informative for you and interesting. If you have any questions, you can email me on this email.